The latest version of the BMW X3 was launched in South Africa late last year, and BMW used the slogan "Driving to the Power of X." You can see a few changes: the slightly wider kidney grille, that of course is the BMW hallmark. In the front, you've got the daytime running lights, and they slimmed down the headlights a little bit, and overall I think they made it look a little bit and a touch more aggressive over there. You can see that. You come around to the side over here, you'll see these cooling vents over here on the side that really look the part, don't they? And just to confirm to you the model we're driving, which is the XDrive 20D. Now that's the very, very familiar 2-litre diesel engine from BMW that puts out 140 kilowatts, 400 Newton meters of torque, and the XDrive, meaning it is the all-wheel drive version. You come around, it's grown slightly, it's a little bit bigger now than it was before, but it's a familiar kind of shape, I would say. And you come around to the boot, which is 314 litres in capacity as it is over here, and you can of course drop the rear seats individually as always, and you can go to about 1100 litres of boot space. Underneath the floor over here, there is a space saver spare wheel as well on this particular model. Now, as always with BMWs, you'll find that the spec sheet is where you get a lot of interest and where a lot can happen, and you can find out a lot of facts. And if you look at this particular vehicle that we're driving over here, you'll see under optional equipment, there certainly is a long list of optional equipment, which does take the price of the vehicle from a base price of 684,000 Rand to a bit of a mind-blowing 954,000 Rand as we're driving this vehicle right now. That may sound like a lot, but let me tell you, you read that list of extras and you'll see there are so many extra items on this particular vehicle. Some of which you'll want, some of which you won't want, always a choice for you. One of the ones I always do like, and this is one of the extra items on the vehicle, is of course, press the little button and voila. That's how you close the tailgate. Behind the wheel of the X3, you can see in a lot of ways a very familiar place to BMW drivers. We've done 560 kilometers on this test already. One of the features, of course, an extra on this vehicle, and as I mentioned, the long list of extras, you can see the heads-up display in front of me showing speed limit and of course speed I'm doing right now, which of course is 0. And overall you can see all the different items over here. A couple of the other extras I want to mention on this particular vehicle that are important is the button over here, and I'm talking this one here, which is linked to a lane keep assist system, and it's also linked to your active cruise control and level of autonomous driving. I have tested it, and you can cruise on the freeway with this, and you get in behind a vehicle, press that, and it keeps your speed to the vehicle in front of you, keeps a distance, and also holds you in the lane. Absolutely amazing, almost a bit frightening. Another upgrade on this particular vehicle, of course, is the professional navigation and screen. So you get the much bigger screen and the professional level navigation, which to me is absolutely unbelievable. You also get on the screen, when I put the car into reverse gear, you get the dual camera. So you get the overhead view and of course the reverse camera as well. Absolutely incredible. The graphics work so well, everything works unbelievably well, and you can see how clear the quality of these cameras these days is just absolutely amazing to me. Down to, I would say, pretty much familiar BMW style fascia over here and center controls, etc. So really they are pretty standard. But something else that I must admit on this vehicle, I mentioned lane keep assist just now, and I did find that the correction on the lane keep assist on this particular vehicle was almost a little bit more, can I say, violent than I am used to. If you felt yourself drifting out of the lane, it certainly kicked you back almost with a bit of a vengeance to make sure. It's a safety feature, I agree, but it was pretty strong in my book. Something I suppose you do get used to, but it was very noticeable to me on this vehicle. Of course, in your rear view mirrors, you'll see the little triangle over there. It does also have blind spot warning and all of those features that have become so important and so necessary on all our cars these days as well. Down to the center console over here, you've actually got the phone charging pad, which my phone is on over here, so you do get the charging facility, which is great. Your very standard 8-speed BMW Steptronic automatic gearbox with, of course, eco, comfort and sport modes as well. And in fact, in sport mode, you can even go into individual configuration if you want. So you can set it up exactly as you want this car. Electronic parking brake, and of course, the very famous BMW eye controller that you simply press buttons and turn, for example, to the different functions, etc. And while we're talking different functions, you can see I have done averaged 8.6 litres per 100 kilometers in this vehicle economy wise. So not quite the economy I'm used to from this 2-litre diesel engine, but then again, this is a much larger, much heavier vehicle than a lot of the other cars that I have driven with the same engine. Overall, you can see very, very luxurious. The light colored leather trim, well, that's something you will make your own choices about and decide whether you want the light color or not. It's something you can decide. And of course, for me, I always love the panoramic roof as well, with the front section of it that opens and the rest of it just for extra light, etc. Now, of course, being a family vehicle, the X3, let me take a look what it's like in the back seat. In the back seat, you'll see that one of the features you do get is separate controls for your rear passengers for the aircon system as well, and a nice luxury item and a luxury feature that you do get. In the back seat, you can see over here, one of the features is there is a recline function on the rear seats, and you can see the seat I'm sitting in is reclined a bit further than the other 2 seats over here. So again, at least a little bit of customization and how to get yourself really, really comfortable. Legroom is plentiful. Headroom, absolutely good. For me, even with a hat on, I've really got lots of room in the back. And of course, the panoramic roof makes it light, bright and airy in the back. So you get all of these features with the car, which I think you could expect. One other feature that I found lacking in this car, but I'm going to say it's this car because I know it's a box you can tick when you order your car, and I mentioned extras earlier on, is the fact that this particular car does not have electric adjustment on even the driver's seat. And I would say if I'm spending anywhere near this kind of money, that would certainly be a feature that I would insist on for my particular car. But it does all come into doing and ticking boxes as and when you want them. Overall, remembering you also get the BMW 5-year, 100,000 kilometer full maintenance plan with this vehicle, which is standard for all BMWs. It's a step up from the previous model, absolutely. The handling superb, the driving, the power, all of those are excellent. Nothing lacks in this car. As a medium-sized family SUV, it is up there with the best, there is no doubt. There's so much competition, I could never mention all of them, but I can tell you, if you're a BMW fan, you're going to love this one. If you're not even a BMW fan, but you're looking for a medium-sized family SUV, you're still going to love this one. 680,000 Rand base price, then you can, as you've seen, go wherever you want from there with this vehicle. I'm just going to say, be very aware of the boxes you tick on those options lists, and you will have a car that you are going to absolutely love. For Motor Matters, I'm Eleanor, and I'll see you next time.